Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer. You know, I recently combined a snake and a boomerang. That'll come back to bite me. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at QE from BoardGameTables.com. We'll get back to the review in just a moment. I want to take a minute to ask you to check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson PhD, where we talk about history, books on history, military history. I even post some of my lectures for my classes on there. Please check that out. Please subscribe to that channel. And now, back to the review. In QE from BoardGameTables.com, 3 to 5 players take on the roles of various nations around the world as they attempt to acquire the best companies and score the most points. Each player is going to get their own kind of scoring card with a dry erase marker. They're also each going to get kind of their national check, if you will, in which they're going to write checks in order to gain these companies. You're also going to get a secret industry tile, which can help you to score at the end of the game. And then you're also going to get in the middle of the game a number of face-down company tiles. Now, each player is going to take on the role of one of the major countries in the world. You may be the United States, China, Japan, the European Union, or the UK. Now, some of these are going to be mixed out, rather, depending on player count. But what you're going to do is one person, the person who most recently visited a bank, is going to be the auctioneer. Now, what the auctioneer is going to do is they're going to reveal the very first company up for bid. Now, the company will be of a different industry. It may be industry. It may be agriculture. It may be government. It may be securities. It may be all sorts of different things. Well, what you're going to do is that person is going to look at it, because not only is it going to say kind of what industry it is, it's going to say what country it's based in, and it's one of the countries around the board. So the person whose country matches the company up for bid, they've got a bit more of a stake in securing that one for scoring. But what's going to happen is the auctioneer is going to write a number. For instance, the number they write could be 700,000, whatever. Doesn't matter. You can write any number. Well, then everybody around the board is going to secretly write on their check what they're bidding for that. Now, they want to bid higher than that, because if everybody bids lower than that, then the auctioneer gets it. But everybody else, they're going to want to try to outbid that. So they put their checks, they secretly slide it to the auctioneer. The auctioneer looks at it. Whoever gets the highest score, whoever bid the most, they get that company, and they write the value that they paid for that company on that company. So that goes to their pile, that secret information. Now, if people bid 0, they can actually score some points for making 0 bids, but not in a 3-player game. That's only in a 4 to 5-player game. So essentially, players are going around and around. They are bidding for these various companies. They're doing these secret bids, so only the auctioneer and they know what they paid for it. Everybody else is in the dark. But again, you can bid whatever you want, however much you want to bid. But here is the rub. Even as you're bidding whatever you want to bid, you know at the end of the game, whoever spent the most money automatically loses. No matter how many points they have, they automatically lose the game. So there's an incentive to bid high, but not too high. Now, when it comes to final scoring, you're going to add up all of the face-up values of all of those companies, the point value. You're going to tick those off on the top of your board. You're also going to look at how many of your companies match your nation. And depending on how many you have, you're going to be able to score points that way. You're also going to look at monopolization. If you have multiple companies of one type, you're going to score pretty high. You're also going to look at diversification. If you have multiple different companies, you will also score that way as well. Now, you're going to go ahead and subtotal everything that you spent, and then, as I say, you're going to compare those. Whoever spent the most is automatically out of the game. Now, whoever spent the least amount of money, they will score some points. You add that to your subtotal, you put that together for a grand total, and whoever has the highest point grand total wins. QE. So this is basically the game. That's basically how you play QE, quantitative easing, right? And it's a very interesting game. I had played this a while ago with a friend, and I thought it was really fun. And I kind of kept thinking about it, and I thought, I'd like to play this again. I'd like to share my thoughts on this game. So I reached out to people at BoardGameTables.com, and they were able to send me a copy. And so I was able to play it again a few times. And I'm playing it, and it's a quick game. This is a quick game. But it's funny because it's really what it boils down to is it's a lot of bluff and double bluff. How far are you willing to go to get those companies that are going to score you points, but are you going to spend so much that it's going to effectively kill you? It's great. It's so much fun. It's such a simple concept. It is incredibly simple. You can spend as much as you want, but if you spend the most, you're out. It's a very simple concept, but it's done very well. The components here, the dry erase markers and whatnot, it looks great. It's a great production for a small little game like this, and it is tremendous fun. My friends and I, everybody I played this with has really enjoyed it. It's a game where you laugh and you're trying to outguess everybody, and this is one of those games that really, in a very compact way, stirs up those feelings for why I play board games. Just having fun with friends, and this does it beautifully. Really fun game. If you're looking for a game that's not too long, that packs a big punch, that'll give you lots of laughs and lots of smiles. Great opener for game night. Great filler. You'll want to definitely check out QE. Recommendation, 100%. Buy it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. We ask you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. I'd also ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to please check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson PhD, where we talk about history, military history. I'm currently uploading my course lectures there on World War II. Please check that out and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. And also, please give a thumb to this video on Board Game Geek. That helps us out a lot as well. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of business, I used to run a dating service for chickens, but it went under. I just couldn't seem to make hens meet. Please somebody help me on my feet again, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Please somebody help me on the solid ground. It's a long time, and I'll be dying. Once a year I wind up in the band. I recently combined a snake and a boomerang. I don't know.